So I asked my sales guys earlier, I said, hey, what's the one thing that you believe that's holding you back from closing deals, right? So I'm gonna ask you guys right now. I just got off the bike for an hour. I'm training for an Ironman. I'm gonna ask you guys right now, what's the one thing that is holding you back from closing more deals right now, right? I was just on a call earlier with a gentleman and called in, wanted some training. Our sales guy was only able to get him so far, right? And I jumped on. And after about 15, 20 minutes, got off the phone and he purchased a ticket to our next boot camp. And I looked at the sales guy, I'm like, dude, what did you notice? And what he said is what I believe a lot of us struggle with. And that is having confidence the entire time on a call, expecting someone to do business with you the entire time, never dropping your certainty level, never dropping your confidence level, never dropping your skill level, never losing focus, never losing enthusiasm, never losing energy, never losing empathy, never losing, right? What he noticed from me on that call earlier when I jumped on with our sales guy to save a deal was, and I need to do that more, by the way, but because my assistant was walking out and she was like, that was freaking crazy. He is so good. And then one of our new sales guys had not heard me on the phone either. And what they learned is I was 100% certain that that person was going to be doing business with me, with us, literally the entire time I was on the phone. And that's one thing that's holding a lot of people back is being 100% certain every single time. I'll talk about 5 C's that I really believe are applicable to this situation, to closing deals, and to getting people to do business with you immediately, right? The first one's coachable. Most of us are not coachable enough. Most of us think we know it all. Most of us don't listen to enough people. Most of us aren't constantly looking for ways to improve, and we're not open to constructive criticism from others. That holds a lot of people back, okay? The next C is control. Next C is control, because you need to be in control of yourself, of the situation, of the call, every single thing 100% of the time. And that's one thing that's holding people back, is being in control, right? Is remembering that I need to be in control, because most people think that when the person asking the questions is in control, right? Who thinks that? Well, you're partially right in that the person asking questions is in control as long as they're getting answers. So what that really means is the person that's getting answers to questions is in control, right? Because if you're asking questions and they're not giving you an answer, then you are not in control, because they're not listening to you, they're not hearing you, they're not answering you, they're not responding to you, and that's holding you back from actually being in control, right? The third C is confidence. A lot of us, which I just talked about earlier, a lot of us lack confidence in our ability to get it done. Confidence in the product or service, confidence in the company, confidence in the person answering the phone, confidence in the appointment, the sale going well, right? Confidence in everything, every single piece of it. At any moment when you doubt confidence, the deal is dead. At any moment you lack confidence, the deal is dead, right? That's the third C. The fourth C is certainty. I want you to ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being freaking perfect, where do you sit on a certainty standpoint? In that when you get on the phone, you are 100% certain they are going to be doing business with you. Where's your certainty level? Because you got to remember this, because I really believe mine is at a 10 when I get on the phone. I expect people to do business with me, right? I want you to think about this. I was training a team, an entire company of about 100 agents last week, and I was telling them that wherever your certainty level is, your belief is, your conviction, your belief that you're going to get something done. Say on a scale of 1 to 10, say yours is a 6. Okay, and I'd love to know what yours is in comments below. Say yours is a 6. Your prospect's always going to be a couple notches below you. So if you're at a 6, maybe they're at a 4, right? As you go down, theirs goes down. If you're at a 4, they're at a 2. I was asking the members of our Success Society, our private weekly coaching accountability group, where I've got hundreds of agents in the Success Society group that I am personally mentoring every single week. And I asked them, I said, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your ability from a cross-selling standpoint? Some were at like a 1 or a 2. Right? So I want you to think about this scale. If you're an 8, maybe they're a 5 or a 6. Maybe if you're at the top, you're a 9 or a 10, right? Maybe they are a 6 or a 7 or an 8, right? Or even closer. So you got to think about that. When you're in a close, when you're in a sales process, your certainty level will bring them up. Your certainty level will bring them down. And I'm telling you, a lot of people miss deals because they don't believe they're going to get it. And if you don't believe it, even for a second, a millisecond, an ounce of you doesn't believe you're going to get the deal, you're not going to get it. Okay? And then the 5th C, after certainty, is consistency. These are Cody's 5 C's, by the way. It's consistency. A lot of us will start day 1. We'll give up day 7. Right? The going gets tough, we quit. 92% of insurance agents fail because they quit too soon. There's this picture where it shows a guy heaving an axe through this, it's like a, I don't know, Mario-looking graph or GIF, or you guys have probably seen it. And in this graphic, he's plugging away, right? He's like he's going through, I don't know, grass or a cave or whatever. It doesn't matter. But he's literally this close to a ton of diamonds. And you see him turn around and give up. I really believe a lot of insurance agents are literally one deal from changing their world. They're one piece of knowledge. They're one piece of training. They're one something away from them succeeding, which is why only 8% succeed. 8% nation, only 8% succeed in their first 3 years. And I was just down there biking for an hour because, again, I'm training for this 70-mile Ironman, Galveston, Texas, November 22nd. And if you're in Galveston, I'd love to meet you. Okay, so let me know. I was just thinking about this when I was biking. I was thinking about what's the one thing that's holding agents back from closing deals consistently, and what made me a little bit different, and why was I able to close deals that maybe some of you couldn't have closed, or some of my coworkers in my office would not have got. Or that veteran agent that's supposedly been in the business for 30 years would not have been able to get, that I was able to close. And the secret is, if you will, if there is a secret, is that you have to believe that you're going to get the deal 100% of the time. If any moment you doubt your ability to get the deal, if for any moment you don't think you're going to get the deal, or for any moment your certainty level, your confidence, your swag starts to dip, I promise you, in that instance, the deal is dead.